Hello. Please read the description. You can start there. It's been a minute since I've been on this channel. Small disclaimer, I'm super sick. But that's like a bi-monthly occurrence for me, so what else is new? But my gosh, did I break my glasses? Ah! What did I do? I definitely broke my glasses. Darn it. Boogers. That's not good. I just got these not too long ago. So, if you're tuning in after the live stream, since we don't really have anybody here right now, I just wanted to let you know that the majority of what I wanted to say today is in the description. So, if you're having questions about why have I been gone, why haven't I been posting here, check the description first and see if you still want to continue to view. Because chances are you probably won't want to. The majority of my following is Muslim, and as the description will clarify, I'm no longer Muslim. I don't feel like that it's my path. I don't feel like that it's beneficial for my mental health. I don't feel like it's beneficial for my physical health to be part of a religion that demands so much from me. And one of those demands being that I repress who I am and just not, I dedicated my entire life to pleasing other people. And when I came to Islam, I kind of took that, idea and started dedicating my entire life to Allah. And for some people, that's the right path for them. But for me, it was becoming kind of toxic. And it was to the point where I just don't feel like I could continue that way. So, and I know this might feel like abrupt for a lot of you, but it hasn't been for me. So I've spent the last 8 months contemplating who I am and where I fit in the world. And this is where I'm at. I've always said I have nothing against Islam as a religion. I have nothing against Muslims. I just don't think it's the right path for me. For those of you, so the thing is, like, the majority of my following here is Muslim. Particularly me practicing paganism, I don't feel that it's appropriate to be posting things here. Because I know from being Muslim that the majority of Muslims would not want anything to do with me because of, me not being Muslim anymore. And that's fine. But if you do, I have my TikTok in the description, though I know the description's a bit long. Feel free to skim through and find my TikTok. And that's actually the only social media I post on regularly anymore. I have done a bit of distancing with social media and people in general to try and introspect and really decide where I fit in and where I belong. And I finally feel like I found that, and I understand myself now, and I didn't before. 1 second. I'm gonna go put this screw for my glasses somewhere safe because I really can't lose that. Walaikum assalam. Please read the description. Happy to have you here. Happy to talk with you. I see your thing. It says TikTok and food lover. I have my TikTok in the description if you want to continue to follow me on social media. I probably won't be posting here much. Okay, let me go put my screw away. I'll be right back. It'll take me all of 2 seconds. Oh, fuck. Oh, shoot. Well, at least I didn't unplug it. Oh my god, I'm going to throw it really fast. That's productive. Yeah. And I know I have to put it somewhere safe because if I don't, I'm really going to regret that. Okay, well, I guess I don't have anywhere to put this. I have a glasses case, but I guess I don't need more, so I'm just going to put it up there. Thank you so much for sending me love. So I'm not sure if you read through in the description. Still happy to give you salam, but I actually don't identify as Muslim anymore. So I actually haven't. I don't know if you are one of my subscribers, but where have I been for so long? I have been introspecting. I distanced myself from social media, and I've been really focused on working on myself and growing and figuring out where I fit in the world. What is my purpose? What is, who is genuinely me? And I didn't feel like it was appropriate to post at that time. I felt a disconnect between Islam for probably 3 years now, really the past 4. So 4 out of my 6 years, I felt disconnected. And I've been struggling to like stay on the path. And so, taking this period of time for me to sit back and, feel like, why am I feeling this way? And to ask Allah to guide me and to bring me to the path where I'm meant to be. And pardon my voice, I'm so stupid sick right now. So, having that opportunity to sit back and really get in touch with myself and my feelings and to facilitate personal growth was really important for me. And I haven't posted here, particularly, it does say in the description a bit about it, but with most of my following being Muslim, I didn't feel like it was appropriate for me to be posting on here due to the fact that I was struggling so deeply with Islam. And now that I'm at the point where I feel like, at least for the time being, I'm not connected to Islam as my religion, I felt like I deserved to come on here and explain like where I'm at with my life and what's going on. So, yeah, I don't expect anybody here to really respect my pronouns, considering that most of my following is Muslim. But if you would like to respect my pronouns, I identify as male and I go by he, him pronouns. And I feel like, considering that this is a live that I'm going to be keeping later, I should talk about that a little bit for anybody who wants to hear it. And I can try and put in the description little timestamps because I know I jump around a lot and I know that irritates a lot of people. Sorry, I don't want to vape on camera. I don't want my video to get taken down. It's just nicotine, but I still don't want to. I'm just not going to go there. So, some of you migrated here from my original, very cringy YouTube channel, Spellcaster 1998, which at the time I was pagan. And for those of you who have followed my journey with Islam, you would know that I was pagan before I came to Islam. And on that channel, walaikum assalam, hi, welcome in. I'm really glad that I went live today because I'm actually able to talk with you guys, like have a conversation. And that's not something that I can do if I were to just post a video. And I felt like this is such an important topic. If you're just tuning in, please read the description. It's got a lot of helpful information in there. You can choose from reading the description whether or not you want to interact with me anymore. And if you do, I'm here to answer any questions and talk with you guys and just give you a basic idea of what's going on. It has been a long time, I know, and I love to see your face pop up on my lives. Well, your user. But I love to see it pop up on my lives because you've been one of those subscribers that's been here for the long haul through everything. And I just can't express how much I appreciate those of you who have stuck around through everything. But to be honest, like I finally feel like I'm at a place where I am at peace with myself, with my life, with the world around me, with my position in the world. I'm gonna apologize again for my voice because I am stupid sick. I've said that a few times, but I'm actually supposed to be up here resting, which is interesting. But I was actually just talking about my journey with my gender identity, and I was talking about how on my like original YouTube channel, which doesn't have any public videos at this point, Spellcaster 1998, I was I originally came out when I was 15 as transgender, female to male, so if you want to respect my pronouns, he, him pronouns would be great. If not, I don't really expect anybody here to. How is the weather? Hot. It's gross. That's part of why I'm so sick. My lupus does not handle heat at all. It's like I'm miserable in the heat, and I was out all day in the heat yesterday, and I've got a pounding migraine. It's so fun. I've still got hives too, which is interesting. I don't even know if you can see them, but like I've got red spots all up and down my arms from the sun, because the sun hates me. So, and I have this nice blankie. It's so soft. It's kind of hot in my house because we just got the AC fixed, and it hasn't really like had any time to catch up, and it's been like 90 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is like 30 some degrees Celsius. It's just not been pleasant. I don't do heat really well. I'm trying to like scoop back here so I just don't know if my cord will allow me to. Well, there we go. That might work a little better. I am supposed to be laying down and resting. I'm in my bed. But I'm not actually resting all that much, but it's okay. Hey, come on, my faces. Oh, I think I just got a... Nope, still nothing. Okay, I have this really awesome shirt, you guys. Look at this. You see that? See that? That's a tarot card. That's the moon. So, since I'm not getting any comments, I'm going to, go back into kind of where I was at before, talking about my trans journey. For some of you, this seems out of the blue and new, but it's not for me. Before I reverted to Islam, I identified the same way, and I did for over a year. I was young, and I wouldn't say at that time I understood where I fit in the world. My home life wasn't very great. Oh, now you can really see my hives. They look brown on camera, but wow, pleasant. That's nicotine, by the way. I finally quit smoking cigarettes, so that's awesome. But I'm still vaping nicotine. So working my way down, but I'm off cigarettes now, which is awesome. So essentially, I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that when I reverted to Islam, I did it at a period of time in my life where I was actually supposed to start transitioning. Vaping is e-cigarettes. Yes. So vaping, I use vaping as a tool to help me stay away from cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes since I was 15. No, since I was 14. And nicotine in and of itself as a stimulant actually helps with my narcolepsy, although it doesn't look like it today. Look at me. I look like I'm dead, but that's because I'm sick. So I've been battling that addiction for a long time. And I started smoking again shortly before my separation from my ex-husband. And I finally quit cigarettes, and I'm back just to vaping now. I was at the point where I was smoking like 1 or 2 cigarettes a day. And then I visited my biological father in Mississippi, and then I was smoking like a pack a day because it was so stressful down there, and I couldn't bring a vape or anything with me. And that like really picked my addiction back up, but now I'm back down to just vaping. So, which it's a flash drive. I'm over the legal age in my state, so it's not, I just don't want YouTube to flag me and take that down, take my video down. It's kind of an important video, but so yeah, so for me, I think that, looking at my history of codependency, and regardless of why, Islam as a religion served me really well. It was healthy for me for a while. It carried me through things that I don't think I would have gotten through otherwise. It initially was the thing that gave me the will to live. And I'm really grateful for it. And I'm glad that I had it when I needed it. But I don't feel like I feel like for the past 6 years, I've just been, hope you stream often. I don't plan on streaming here much more. Um, One, for the fact that I have to do it off my computer because I can't log into it on anything else. And two, um, because with me not identifying as Muslim anymore, I don't really, I feel like me coming on here would burden a lot of my subscribers. And I don't particularly want to do that. Um, but if you would like, in the description, I have my TikTok and you can check that out. And that's the only place now that I actually post regularly. Um, so anyways, I keep it just going off on tangent. No one's ever gonna watch this, like rewatch it off the line. um, I feel like I was repressing who I was for the entire time that I was Muslim. I put so much of my focus into worshiping and worshiping Allah, and like in Islam you're supposed to like every it's for those who aren't Muslim, if you know about pagan practices, um when you're Muslim, it's similar to being God's spouse. Like every waking moment, everything that you do is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's like that got to be too much for me. Um it's definitely not easy. Um and I know for some people that's their path, and it was mine for a while. But I don't feel like it is anymore. And so this is the first time since I reverted that I've actually felt like I'm confident in my decision that I don't belong in this religion. And part of my decision on that is the way that other Muslims interact with me and treat me because of my gender identity and my sexuality. And, those are two things that are never going to change. There are two things that I tried to change, for the past 6 years. And I've done a lot of shadow work, a lot of mental growth. I've done so much with my mental health, like leaps and bounds, to get to the point where I'm able to say, yes, I'm transgender, and I don't need to hate myself for that or push it, to the deep dark depths of my brain, because what I was doing as a Muslim to be able to survive in the community and to give my children um, a life of normalcy within the Muslim community was playing a role of what everybody else expected of me. And, everything that I've said on this channel as far as Islam goes has been genuine. It's genuinely how I felt in that moment. This video here today is just to say that my feelings have changed. And, you know, I have a lot of internalized homophobia and transphobia that I have to work through because of being part of a religion that is very homophobic and transphobic for so long. And, ultimately, I feel like if the Muslim community had space for people like me, I wouldn't have left. I don't think I would have ever left if the Muslim community had space for me, and I don't feel like it does. Um, and I feel like that's something that culturally we can address. Um, but I can't, I'm getting older. I'm a grown ass person, right? I'm getting to the point in my life where playing a role just makes me miserable. And I'm getting to the point with my trauma healing where I'm not here to please everybody else all the time. I need to take care of myself. And so, coming out on here and expressing my feelings, like this is part of my self care. Yeah, so yeah, mental health definitely comes first. And I know for a while that my mental health was directly tied to my religion. And it for a while it did benefit my mental health. But at this point, like I I don't feel like I would ever be accepted in the Muslim community. And really, it's not even just accepted, it's that, like, I don't feel like I would ever be tolerated. Definitely not in my local community. Um, and even like one of my older Muslim friends, when I spoke about it, the immediate reaction was like, no, that's not okay. And, at the end of the day, if you are Muslim and I guess if you don't understand being trans or being gay or whatever, um, it's not something you can change. And take it from me, I've tried. I tried. The 6 years I spent as Muslim in full hijab, in niqab, trying to understand who I am, trying to, like now that I'm trying to understand who I am, all I see is that for the past 6 years, I've just been hiding. I've been running. And part of that is because a religion that meant so much to me, that at one point was the only reason I was alive, um, like, it told me that who I am is not okay. And I love Islam. I love Islam. I love the values in it. I love the people, the kindness that you find in people. But the minute you bring up something from the LGBT community, it's all of that kindness kind of goes out the window. And that's a real shame, because at the end of the day, I can't change who I am. But the one thing that I can change is the communities that I'm a part of. And in order for me to protect myself, if it gets to the point where I need to remove myself from the Muslim community, which is where I'm at right now, um, and it's not just to protect myself at this point, it's also to protect my family, then I'm going to do that. You know, I'm not trans or gay, but I have definitely learned a lot from you. And honestly, that's such a huge goal for me. If I don't ever come back to Islam and I still continue to use this channel, it would probably be to use my position as having a Muslim majority following to educate Muslims on what these things really are. Because I can't tell you how many times I get from Muslims that, oh, well, just be with, just stop. Just don't be trans. Just don't be gay. And it's like, it's not like that. It's severely damaging to the mental health of the individual to be someone that they're not. And I don't think that that's taken into consideration in the Muslim community. I think that the Muslim community is very, very behind in its conservative views. Um, by the way, I can't find your TikTok in your description. Here, I'm going to put it in there. Just be aware that I'm currently in a pagan household, so you'll see a lot of videos of pagan practices on that channel. So that's my current practice. I've reverted back to kind of where I was before I came to Islam. That's where I feel comfortable. It's where I feel safe. And if you don't want to see that, that's fine. But that's a lot of what's on there. Otherwise, the rest of it is just like little tidbits about my day, haha, funny stuff, things about my trans journey. But feel free to check it out. And so that's what I just put in there. That's my TikTok. It's actually like really popular right now because we just had an issue with Walmart, which was real interesting. Because I didn't expect it to go viral and it did, and my account was the only one that blew up out of the 3 people that were involved in that, and it was just crazy. Whatever makes you feel better, you should follow. Yeah, I agree with that. And like I've said for a while, I feel like everybody has their own path, and I just don't feel like Islam is my path anymore. And that might change in the future, it might not. But at the end of the day, my goal now is to be true to myself and to treat myself with love. And in doing so, it betters my mental health and it makes me a better parent to my kids as well. And I am, obviously more a part of the LGBT community now. Um, and I'm finding a lot more support there to kind of replace the support that I lost um, when I left the Muslim community, because I lost a lot. I definitely sacrificed a lot to be true to myself. Um, Islam is not just about wearing hijab. The more important is you believe in one God and the day of judgment. Yeah, so hi, welcome in. Don't know how new you are to the stream, but I actually am not Muslim. Um, I left Islam because I'm transgender and I'm gay and I don't think that I belong there. Um, so I still believe in like a source, right? So like what you would consider Allah, I call source or God. But I'm also aware of the fact that there are multiple other deities. Regardless, Muslims would probably call them jinn. Um, just knowing the theology. Like I said, I was Muslim for 6 years. I hyperfixated on Islam, so even though I'm not practicing Islam, I am very educated on it. Um, Sometimes more educated than my ex-husband, who was raised Muslim, which is funny. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. Um, it's whether you believe that they're gods or not really doesn't matter. There are other deities out there who can teach you and help you grow and help you learn about the world around you. And I'm so stupid sick. Blech, that's just gross. Sorry, guys. Um. Anyways, yeah. So I don't identify as Muslim anymore. Um, and so kind of the topic that we were on was that if I felt like, and it's not just feeling like I don't belong, but also not feeling safe. Um, I don't. Yes, and that's correct. And so we're having an interesting interfaith conversation right now, and I love this. So yes, Muslim considers jinn not as deities, but one of the many creations of Allah. And my understanding of deities, right, as in the pagan community, is that they were also at one point, either alive or created by Allah, whatever. But it's kind of, I view my deities as the same as I would view like a spirit guide, or like in Islam we have angels. Like, so like you have like your angel that like protects you, and then you have the angel that guides you and whispers like good things into your heart. So that's kind of how I view other deities. And it's kind of hard to explain, like, because Islam is really the only true monotheistic religion, right? But I don't view other deities as like a source of creation. That's still a lot to me. I view them as beings that exist with us on this plane. And, obviously, when we talk about the other side, it's something that we can't see, we can't connect with without a level of um, intuition, right? Um, and I find that being Muslim actually closed off my intuition to the other side. Walaikum assalam. No, I am not Muslim anymore. If you wish to respect my pronouns, I am using he, him pronouns. I identify as male. If, read the description if you're a bit confused. Please read the description if you're new, anyways. Algeria is a far away place from me. I'm in the USA, and it's kind of stupid over here right now. But yeah, so I still believe in Allah. It just not in a monotheistic way. Um, and I do believe that other deities can influence the world around us. I do believe that they can influence people around us. Um, I do believe they have like supernatural powers, and I believe it because I've seen it in action. Oh, assalamu alaikum, Yusuf. I love the name Yusuf. That's still one of my favorite prophets of Islam. Um, so yeah, I think that. Do you believe in Prophet Muhammad? Um, I don't know how I feel about Prophet Muhammad right now. Um, that's something that I have not introspected on. I think that I'm not going to Algeria. No. I mean, I would rather work to improve my country than to leave. Yeah, so you guys just keep in mind, I'm not Muslim, so I respect your beliefs. Um, and I respect that you believe that, Prophet Muhammad is the last prophet and that he's the prophet of Allah. And I'm just saying that I don't feel comfortable commenting on my beliefs on the Prophet Muhammad because I don't really know what my beliefs are anymore. And so you kind of missed in the beginning where I talked about like the reason why I've been gone is because I've been introspecting and getting in touch with myself and trying to understand, who I am and where I fit in the world. And that's one thing that I really haven't introspected much on. So I'm just taking a breather because my head really hurts. I don't think you guys realize how sick I am. It's bad. It's pretty bad. I was in the sun all day yesterday. We had appointments all day yesterday. Have you explored Buddhism? Um, I have a little bit, but you converted. I know. And so I'm gonna comment on both of yours, but let me get into the message retracted. Um, yes, I know I converted. I know that it's kind of rare for a revert to leave Islam. Um, but here I am. Um, I'm going to assume you're not here anymore since my view count dropped after you retracted your message. But if you want to understand more about why I left, going to read the description and stay tuned. Have I explored Buddhism? I haven't explored Buddhism as a religion, but I have explored some Buddhist concepts. I'm an adult, and that's all I'm going to share about my age. Some Buddhist concepts as far as opening your intuition to the other side and really the concept actually don't know. So I've explored like chakra work, and I don't know if that's a Buddhist concept or a Hindu concept. But it actually has helped me explore, it actually has helped me heal from my trauma a lot. Even if it's just from the concept of visualization, which visualization, my goodness, is a concept that we use a lot in mindfulness and in mental health work. And being able to, associate that with a specific part of my body and trauma that I experienced there has been really healing for me. But actually, I have considered looking into Buddhism more. But honestly, when I say pagan, I fall more under Norse paganism. And that's something that I connect with. I also do connect with the concept of past lives and reincarnation. So that's something that I do believe currently. Um, okay. So I'm getting the question again. Why did I leave Islam? Um, I am part of the LGBT community. I've known I've always been transgender, but I really started to be made aware of that when I hit puberty. And I came out shortly after. And right after that, I converted to Islam. And what I was explaining earlier is that I feel like Islam was a scapegoat for me so that I could run from myself. And I love and respect Islam. And I said earlier that if there was a place for people who are a part of the LGBT community, not by choice, but by the way Allah made you, because it's not a choice to be gay or trans, that I would have never left. But I do feel ostracized for being myself by the Muslim community. And I do feel like it wouldn't really even be safe for me to be myself in the Muslim community. So that's why I left. I also feel like there's inconsistencies between my beliefs and what Islam expects me to believe. And the original reason why I came to Islam was because of its views on Isa alayhi salam. But the more I delve deeper into my study of Islam, the more I feel like it's not the right path for me. So that's really the extent of it. So I have a pride flag on my wall. You want to see that? Here, look, I'll show you. Dun, 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 dun. And that's a new vacuum. because mine broke. I have many kids. My vacuums don't last me forever. Oh my gosh. My vacuum broke, and then my spare vacuum broke, which was it's kind of funny to me. It's not really funny, but it's kind of funny to me. Um, there we go. Now it's charging again. So yes, that's the story of why I left Islam. How can I contact you? Facebook or Instagram? So I don't have Facebook or Instagram, but I do have a TikTok. That's the only place that I am actually active on social media. I distanced myself from the rest of social media during my introspection period so that I could kind of tune out outside influences. Um, so my TikTok, actually, I'm just gonna post it here again so you guys don't have to scroll up because I know sometimes that's too much to ask. So what I just posted is my TikTok, and I'm not sure how bad the lag is. So there you go. It's in the comments again. And it's in the description too. So if you look in the description, it is in there. Just be aware that in my TikTok, I depublicize some of my pagan practices. And if you don't want to see that, then I wouldn't recommend following me on TikTok. But it is the only place for you to follow me at this point. So I did want to talk a little bit more about the rest of my life and kind of what's going on with everything else. So I can't really speak details as to what's going on in court right now, but I will say that I still have all of my kids. They're all in my care. They're all safe and healthy. So you can choose Christianity. Why not Christianity? Because Christianity isn't much better. I have more religious trauma with Christianity than I do with Islam. Why would I choose Christianity? I'm not selling my soul to somebody else's Lord and Savior. That's not me. I don't believe in the Holy Trinity. Why would I choose Christianity? That's why would I choose Christianity? Christianity is no, like, people talk about Islam being spread by the sword. Christianity was spread by the sword. What do you think of Judaism? I love Judaism. So one of my best friends is a Jew, and she's actually a convert to Judaism. And I am right now a practicing pagan. Obviously, I should said that, but I I do believe that Judaism could be a good fit for me. And I'm in the process of studying Judaism. I actually have my bookshelf over here, and I don't. There's no way for me to turn my camera around. Maybe I can show you my altar over there. So there goes my charger. That's my altar, and then in the bookshelf there, I have tons of books on Judaism from my best friend. And so I slowly read through them, and I am not one to practice something that I don't understand. So part of me reverting back to paganism, and it's specifically for me to take back control of my life and to feel like I I have control over my actions. Is Christianity against LGBTQ? Yes. Yes. As a religion, yes. So I'm gonna, these got help for review. Um I I'm gonna say Mosey because I'm not quite sure how else to say your name. So you know who you are. Mosey, I don't know why yours got flagged. I think it was because it was immediately after Azan's. Avan. That's like Avan, right? That's a weird spelling, sorry. So you left Islam because you're bisexual. No. I left Islam because it is not safe for me to be who I am in this religion. I left Islam because I cannot change my sexuality, though I did for years ignore my sexuality and choose to be in a heteronormative relationship, which never made me happy. But I'm also transgender. You're not understanding that, right? Okay, cool. That's fine. But it is not safe for me to be who I am. And being someone who I'm not is detrimental to my mental health in a very negative way. So I left Islam because Muslims are not tolerating or accepting or loving, which is where I'd like to be. I'd like to be loved for who I am and appreciated for who I am, not just tolerated for who I am, of anyone in the LGBT community. Yes. So I was born female. I identify as male. I have since I've been 15. And it happened when my body started changing in puberty. Um, I highly suggest researching LGBT issues from a non-Muslim perspective so you can at least understand, from an ally's perspective, or, better yet, ask a trans person, right? Or, listen from what trans people tell you about what being transgender means. Because it's very different than the narrative that the big three pushes, or at least the big two, Christianity and Islam. Can I call you dude? Yes, please call me dude. I love that. Yeah, I got correctly gendered in Goodwill the other day, and that was just awesome. It wasn't prompted. I didn't I don't usually correct people on my pronouns in public because I know I don't pass. It's not worth it to me. Um, so it was really awesome, and I love that. Yes, call me dude. So I know on here this is kind of like my first time coming out on this channel as trans. I know I came out before as bisexual. How does having DID relate to your trans experience? Oh, hi, Kaleidoscope. I didn't see your username at first. Hi, 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 hi. I was about to, then I stopped and asked first. That's really respectful, yes. Judaism also believes in monotheism, so does Islam. Okay, so um, I'm going to really quick finish up my blurb on Judaism, and then I'm going to jump into DID because I'm so glad you have that question, and I'm definitely willing to get off religion for a little bit. First of all, it's always respectful to ask pronouns. So that is the most respectful thing you can do for somebody who is trans, is to say, what are your preferred pronouns, or what are your pronouns? And mine are he, him. So anything that has a male connotation, I'm comfortable with. If you don't want to do he, him, please use gender neutral pronouns. Just don't call me she. I really don't like that. It makes me dysphoric. So yes, Judaism is also monotheistic. Currently, previously though, Judaism was not always monotheistic, and this is actually proven in the Quran as well. So religion changes over time. All religions change over time. And Islam is a very new religion, but it has continued to change over time. Within the Muslim community, we're just not very cognizant of the way Islam has changed. And that's an interesting topic for another time. You don't need to apologize. It's okay. I don't expect anybody here to really respect my pronouns. I obviously appreciate it being done, but knowing that I have a Muslim majority following, I just kind of came on here expecting, Torah is corrupted. I could say the same thing about the Quran, but we're not going to get into that because you don't want to hear that. Anyways, so how does having DID relate to my trans experience? That's a really, really great question. Sorry, I have alarms on my phone, so I stay on track for today. But I've got my partner helping with the kids today, so I can rest because I'm sick. Got a major headache. So okay, yeah, that's very interesting. So, okay, how do I explain this? Y'all remember when Emma came on here and was like, "Oh, we transitioned hosts." The main part that's been out for 7 years. I'm not okay. So this is my right hand. This is my left hand. So first of all, am I married is complicated, and I'll get into that in a minute. I remember about Emma. So Emma is no longer the main host. Some of our parts and actually my partner also has parts, which is really interesting. So glad you were streaming and sharing. Thank you. Yeah, I felt like it was long overdue, and since I'm sick today and I'm condemned to my bed anyways, that I might as well. Um, but so me, hi, I'm Jack. I used to go by Caden. I decided I didn't like the name Caden because one, it's very different from my dead name, and that makes it really hard on my family, and no one ever wanted to call me Caden. But two, it's a very trans name. And I didn't want a very like an overused trans name. Like I'm a very unique individual that just was never going to work for me. And so Jack is obviously you're on Jacqueline has Iman, so it's a variation of my dead name, and it just yeah. Anyway, so hi, I'm Jack. I was the main host all of our life up until um when we were 16, 17. And we started transitioning hosts at 17 to Jax, Jax, not Jack, right? And Jax is non-binary, but Jax, fuck, sorry, I lost my train of thought. This is my headache. So we transitioned hosts essentially. And some of our parts identify as male, some of our parts identify as female, some of our parts identify as non-binary. But me being the most consistent main host, even though Jax was the main host for the longest stretch of time recently, um, the fact that I was the one growing up, I was the one as a teenager, and I'm back now, and we feel stable now. I feel like Jax spent the past 6 years literally reliving and working through trauma, which is fine. We've made a lot of progress because of that. But it does mean, yeah, so we're not sure how other parts, specifically parts who identify as female, are going to handle transition. But with me being the main host, it just makes sense considering, I'm the one who's out the majority of the time, and it's going to directly impact our mental health. I have no idea what you said. Do, do you do live tomorrow? I probably won't be live tomorrow. No, tomorrow is Wednesday, and I always have a lot of stuff going on Wednesdays. I don't know if I'm feeling any better. Nice to meet you too. I'm not telling you where I live. God damn, the country was bad enough, guys. It's kind of rude. Like I like. Do you know how many people can access this live? Why would I tell you where I live in the USA? That's just not. No, we're not doing that. That's not safe. Online safety. Um. Hello. I'm not gonna tell you my state. Gosh, stop asking. I had a little one come up here. I don't share my little ones on YouTube, so sorry about that. Got it, buddy? Okay. Good job. My toddler wanted some alone time, I guess, so he came up to his room. Dude, quick question: iOS or Android? Fuck, man, that's a horrible question, right? Because like iOS, right? Android is a better software system, but um, and like Apple, like it's everything at this point is just a monopoly. Like we are in late stage capitalism, and it is not fun. Hello, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Oh,
Well, hold on. Wait a second. mic back on so people can hear me, but
Okay.
you don't have to show yourself if you don't want to.
Okay.
Because I have almost 1,000 followers, that the last they heard from me was that I was in a DV situation. And so it's kind of updating everybody on where I went. And I also never told them that I left Islam, so there's that too. But seriously, there's no right answer to that. They both suck. I have an Apple right now. I have mostly Apple devices. But Android is way more versatile than iOS. iOS is way more monopolized than Android. But they're both stupid expensive. I don't think we should have to pay so much for something that is a basic necessity like a phone. PC or Mac? PC. Yeah, I've never had a like a MacBook. I like my PC that I'm streaming on right now is really nice. I can actually it's almost like a 2-in-1, but it doesn't detach and it's got like a touchscreen. And that was one of the things I invested for myself over the holidays this past year, or well, yeah, just last year, because I needed a new laptop, and so I got a really nice one. But it's a nice PC. Are the littles still downstairs? How are they doing?
Okay.
Okay. I'm mostly talking with you see this one right here? It's fine, I don't care. He's been one of my subscribers for 5 years now. And so the first time I came out as gay on this channel, which I ended up deleting everything, put myself back into the closet, he was one of the people who was like, "Hey, we still love you. You're gonna stick around through everything." And he's still been really supportive.
Hi there. Yeah.
Hi, this is Dylan. This is my partner. So that I got asked that question earlier. Well, because they asked because of the ring. So this is a hematite ring. It helps with my chronic pain and the inflammation in my hands. I switch it from hand to hand because my hands sweat and it's a big ring. So it gets Kaleidoscope. So Kaleidoscope is another. They're here for my DID content. That's also one of the things I talk about on this channel.
Oh yeah.
So they were asking about how my trans experience affects my DID, or how my DID affects my trans experience. I think I reversed that.
I can help with the answers for that.
Yeah, you could. I might have mentioned you. Yeah.
What about me?
I mentioned that it's different for everybody.
But no, I meant for your parts. I've noticed.
Yeah.
They're all different and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are very unhappy and won't look in the mirror. Just because of
also Xbox. Sorry.
Even the haircut. So.
Yeah, some of my parts are really unhappy that I cut the hair, but I am from Pakistan, by the way. Yeah, I know. Oh, well, okay, well, yeah, but he wouldn't know. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And cool. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but he's actually one of my most supportive subscribers.
No,
I've been following your DID story for years. I know. And you know what, Kaleidoscope, one of the interesting things is, I don't know if you remember from when I was living with the people who raised me when I was still a child, all of those parts came back as an adult in a safe situation. Well, it's nuts. I thought they integrated or they were, I guess they were just dormant, but I've come to find out that literally all of those parts, Todd, Turtle, Turtle the Little that has the animal kingdom, all of the animals in the animal kingdom, they're literally all still there. And so my count is at 40 again. And I've also...
It's been 40, you just weren't aware of it.
Well, yeah. When Jax was out, Jax was in deep denial for years. And so I have Kokon with everything that Jax went through. But, so it does also feel like my experience, at least those 6 years. But, yeah, they were in deep denial for a long time. And it's just interesting to me to see how... I don't want to say rigid or inflexible, but just unchanging over time that DID is. And it's also very affirming for me and other people, I think, with DID too. The fact that 10 years later, yeah, we're going on, nope, 11 years after I found out that I have parts, everything in my system is relatively unchanged as far as the structure and how it goes, and that just validates not only my experience, but I know other people's experiences with DID as well. So you want me to mute it for a second?
No, I was wondering if they want to know anything about me or anything.
You feel free. I'm glad that that's validating for you too. Feel free to ask any questions that you want from Dylan. I know you can't stay for too long, but
no, but I mean they ate and whatever. And, the 3-year-old got sent to his room.
Yes, I figured you sent him to his room. He came in here, and
I thought he was.
I gave him chocolate chips.
No,
Sorry,
babe. Literally, he got sent to his room because he opened a 4th chip.
Well,
and I told him after the 3rd one that, like, you already said no.
So.
You had already said no about more.
There wasn't many in that bag.
Wait, let me finish.
Okay.
You'd already said no for more chips. You already said no for more chips. And then I was like, he already opened it. And I'm like, okay, fine, but you're done
hungry.
after.
Okay, if he's still hungry after this, we need to go get him a meat sandwich or something because he needs to eat food.
And like,
did he finish that rice?
Can I finish the story?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, he didn't finish the rice. But no, and then I was like, if you open another one, you're getting sent to your room. And then he opened another one. So I sent him to his room.
Yep. Absolutely. I'm interested in your experience with DID if you'd like to share. I think that at some point...
whose experience? Yours or mine?
Yeah, clarify. My experience or Dylan's experience. So, Yvonne, like... And hopefully I'm saying that right. I know it's spelled with an E, but like the way it's set up, I'm assuming it's Yvonne. For Dylan. It's Dylan, but also that's really funny because
that's how Juju spelled it.
Yeah.
Hey, high five. My experience has been, it's been interesting because I've never really, no, it's okay. It's just how I spell it. Everyone spells it differently, so I don't really care. Like if someone misspells it, at least you're trying, you know. But like, like I experience a lot of differences with like different energies with the different parts, and then for me, like, have you shared about my DDNOS or whatever?
So I sure that you also have parts.
Yeah, I have parts. Mine's not DID. I don't completely disassociate. I remember vaguely some things that happen. So I guess I'm like whatever.
He's co-conscious the majority of the time. But it just falls more under the idea of DDNOS than DID. But as far as the idea of having a structured system and having different parts, this is... I got you.
You steal it all the time.
You. Well, I do.
And it's just rough. Like when we're already having a hard day, and then like one of us has a part come out, and it's like, okay, this is bad timing, but like we got this, you know.
Yep, and we both also have littles, which is really interesting because I don't think our littles have ever interacted with each other. It's usually one of our littles and the other's caregiver part. Which that's really interesting.
No, I did not get a caregiver last time.
Well, for who? See, and I don't have co-consciousness the majority of the time.
I got told to go straight to bed.
From who?
Well, Emma.
Oh, see, but Emma is a caregiver.
She made me go to bed. And I wanted,
probably because it's what you needed.
Yeah, probably. But but like I remember my part was wanting a lot of attention, and she was just like, "No, go to bed."
Yeah, but Emma's also okay. So this is another interesting experience, right? So Emma has really not processed our divorce, and Emma's kind of the one part that's like not on par with anything. So Emma and Dylan have a hard time just being friends. Let alone coping with the fact that Dylan and I are in a relationship. So it's interesting.
That was rough.
She called it the worst first date she's ever had. So,
first date?
Yeah. With a ukulele.
That was not a date.
She was like, this is like the worst first date I've ever had. I guess it was to her.
How was that supposed to be a date?
She still holds that in her head. Just so you know.
Me interrupting with the ukulele.
Yeah. Emma was playing the ukulele and wanted to like write music with Dylan, and like
I was
Dylan
trying to
was
share, but
yeah, you were. I don't know. I guess she felt like you were making it all about you. So
I wasn't trying to.
I know you weren't trying to.
I was just trying to interact and share with my stuff too.
I know.
Because like I was like, oh, you're excited about music. Let's share some of the stuff I've done.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, apparently not.
They'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it, but it was just an
you?
interesting
'Cause she seems
experience.
to-
Hold on, let me cover. Which one? Which
This
tattoo?
This one, or this one?
Okay, hold on.
The one with the triquetra? The one you were seeing?
Are you talking
probably?
about this one?
It says
you have to give it a minute because there's a bit of a lag, but you should respond.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing you meant this one because this was the one showing. This one says, I come with a past. We all do. It's a package. One I'd like to share with you, but you can't pick and choose. You get all of me.
Did Jinx ever realize?
No. Yeah.
You're horrible. Yep.
And then the inside of it
oh gosh
says, I touch the fire and it freezes me. I look into it and it's black. Why can't I feel my skin should crack and peel? I want the fire back. Love deeply and I am enough.
And there's a wolfie.
Yeah, okay. Well.
And there's another one down there and a paw print.
It's a bear paw with these are supposed to be good for bringing good omens rather than bad omens. Ward off bad ones.
What year did you get that?
4 or 5 years ago, maybe. What? What?
It's interesting. Dang, that's awesome, isn't it? Aren't they great? You can tell a lot about a person by the type of tattoos that they have.
All mine mean a lot to me. Reason being, I feel like if I'm putting it on myself, I personally want it to mean like a lot to who I am.
And then there's me with the black circle.
Yeah, you just want a black circle. Do they know why?
No, and we're not telling them why.
Okay. But
that I don't share on my social media.
I happen to be trans too. I'm pre-top surgery.
So like your tattoos, Jack. Do you have any tattoos? No, I don't currently have any tattoos. So Islam is like most Muslims, most scholars say that tattoos are haram. And so since I spent the majority of my adult years previously, I'm trying to is there a way to fix the lighting here?
I can close that.
Close just that side.
This side?
Just
left or right?
Do the left side, just the left side. Yeah. Yes, that made a big improvement. So I wanted tattoos. I always wanted tattoos, but never got any out of fear of divine retribution. But I have plans for tattoos to get, and I'm sure I'll be sharing them on my TikTok when I do get them. So, Kaleidoscope, I don't know if you saw in the description, I have our TikTok on there. So if you want to follow us, we might not be on this channel much. If I am on this channel, I'd probably be doing activism, being like, hey, Muslim community, here are some things that you should know about people that you probably don't like.
That was great, babe.
Thanks.
But
I don't have a TikTok. And I felt like you said that before too. Trying to think of. I don't think I can get on this. Well, okay, so try to email me this user at gmail.com, and I'll try to see if I can give you something private just for you. That doesn't go for anybody else. I got hooked and had to remove it. Yeah, I've had to do that a few times too. But honestly, my sister moved in with my nephew. And now that I have 4 kids, I have followed you on TikTok. Awesome. Love that. I really wanted to. So like when I thought about like leaving this account, and I originally wasn't going to post anything here, like I was really worried about the people who have been following me for a long time, like being able to keep in touch with you guys, just even just letting you guys know that I'm okay, because it's been many years now.
Makes sense.
There's some people here who really do care about me.
Yeah, and that's good. I definitely appreciate anyone that is supportive of Jack and everyone and stuff, just because Jack is really important to me. Do they know about? What do they know about me?
You're my partner, and that's about it. I haven't talked about the twin thing or anything like that.
Okay.
You
Not
can't.
related. Don't worry.
No. Twin flames, but which I talk about a little bit on my TikTok, but I really don't talk about it much there either. At least not lately. Not since I ended up in the hospital.
Yeah. Oh, that's how we met. In person.
Well, that's how we met in person. Don't be like, oh, I met you in the hospital.
No. That's how we met in person. I drove 9 hours in the middle of the night to.
Showed up at 4 a.m. to stay with
4:30 a.m.
Yeah, to stay with me. I was hospitalized for 3 days because of my seizures.
Yeah,
and
that's how we finally got to meet in person. I made sure that I was able to come because you needed someone with you. And they let me stay at the hospital, which was not something they usually do.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have allowed that.
Jack is a good person, hence I follow him.
Oh, he is Thank you. You really are.
Thank you.
I know you don't always believe me because you're like, you have to love me.
Well, you are kind of obligated to say nice things to me. I wouldn't keep you around if you didn't.
I'm not obligated though. Like, I will tell the truth if something bothers me.
Shoot.
Like, I'll be like, hey, that's not okay or something.
Really quick, Kaleidoscope. Try to send me an email. So it's jacquelinehasiman@gmail.com. Same spelling up here. So you just throw that into your Gmail, and then I'll find a way for us to keep in touch, even if it's just through email. Just like let me know, hey, this is Kaleidoscope. If you can do that. If you can't, we'll try to figure something else out.
By the way, my grandmother collects kaleidoscopes.
That's really. Our lives marry each other in weird ways.
They do. That's the twin journey.
This is a twin journey. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you saved my life. Let's say it again.
I didn't save your life.
You did. I could have died. If you hadn't called Jinx, then I probably wouldn't. I don't.
We were on video with.
Kaleidoscope is my sister. Yeah, I know, but I won't remember if you don't include your system name in the email. I'll be like, who is this? Because I have that lupus fog, so I just want to make sure that when you email me, I know who it is.
Fibro fog.
It's not a competition thing.
What? No, I just thought it was funny to be like, oh, we both got brain fog.
Yeah, we do.
Like, we're so awesome.
Yeah.
We suck at remembering things.
Where is your email located? So here, I'll type it out for you. And hopefully from here, you can copy and paste. And worst case scenario, because I can't log into this email and everything, I can at least give you the email that I can log into on everything. Why did it do that?
Maybe it's blocking it out. Or because that's your username out of here?
Maybe.
So it highlighted that?
I don't know. Just let me know if you can see the email. If you can't, then I'll type it out in a weird way so that you can see it. But that's like my public email because it's for this YouTube. So that's the one I'm comfortable sharing here. I don't care if anybody messages me on there because it's got like 3 million unread emails. And Jack, I don't know when you will be live on this channel, so I'm going to tell you my name. Okay. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Can you give me like a diction on that? Because that's definitely a more Pakistani name, and I never even got good with Bangladeshi names. Good. I'm glad you can see it. It showed up weird on my end, so I wasn't sure if it got blocked or something by YouTube.
Why doesn't Mozinator, whatever. Why don't you send the TikTok and you can follow back?
Yeah. If you send me your TikTok, I can follow you back on TikTok and we can keep in touch. Except I don't know where my phone. I think you're laying on it.
No.
I'm sitting on it. I'm the one saying, look at my Batman sticker, guys. I need a Batman sticker on there.
What'd you get it for?
No.
And if like,
thank you.
If any of you have like questions about like the trans journey and stuff, like I'm almost 2 years on T, and stuff like that, and like I could totally like enlighten people on some of that stuff and show you, like, tell you what it's like and stuff. It's definitely been an interesting journey, and especially if you have questions about Jack and like how things work with the system and stuff like that too, like I can help with that too. I'd be happy to.
I found him.
Yeah.
So cool. I just followed you back. I recognized your user, and so now we can private message on TikTok. I'm always on TikTok in my free time. It's kind of my de-stress thing. Look at that.
And a stressor thing too.
Well, yeah.
Oh, really? It's not. Why are you looking, babe?
I just wanted to see what was there.
Prove it.
I didn't know. I just wanted to see like what the account was. It's just literally someone who likes my content. Yeah, I've got like right now. I have a crap ton of followers. I have 12.3 thousand. That jumped overnight again. Wow. Hi. Oh my god, my voice is bland.
Yeah. I should probably get back downstairs.
You should, because it sounds like Mason just knocked down a gate. Love you. Okay, so just me again. But anyways, I think it would be interesting for Dylan and I to come on here and like do like Q&As and stuff, and like we'll probably do them on TikTok too. I know Kaleidoscope you can't up there, but yeah. Thank you. We're a really great pair. So Dylan and I are both very intuitive and kind of metaphysical. We're also both pagan. And he's really new though. So I'm like the elder of the relationship, but don't tell him I said that. So I don't know if you're familiar with the twin flame journey, but it's very interesting. It also a twin flame is a theory, and it's actually a theory that Islam also shares, which is interesting. It's that it's similar to what Islam believes, but like the theology behind it is that your soul is split in two. He is a really chill person. He's amazing. But your soul split in two at one point and was put in two separate bodies. And so this falls in line with my belief in past lives and reincarnation. And we know that we shared multiple past lives, that we were in each other's lives in past lives many, many times. Whether you believe that or not, I guess it really doesn't matter. One of the things that is relevant to this life about the twin journey is that, so for one, our lives mirror each other in really weird ways. We tended to be at the same point in our lives at the same time periods, even though we're different ages. The iPad died. Can I hit that one more time before you go? This one's almost dead. Thanks.
No, they're totally fine now.
Are they?
Yeah. I asked 222, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we're good."
Well, yeah. Now that the iPad's dead, she has to pay attention to what's around her. So I am probably gonna get off soon.
Oh, I'm a really chill person, huh?
You are a really chill person. Look, you both are great from Kaleidoscope.
Well, thanks, guys. Everybody.
I was just kind of explaining the twin thing. So,
does anyone have questions about that?
I haven't really gotten into it yet.
Oh, go ahead. I want to hear what you're saying.
What's the temperature in here on the thermostat the last time you checked?
It was 75 last time I saw.
We're gonna have to call them because
I'm
not gonna get any better until
I haven't looked since
AC works. So,
have you? One thing you could do.
I really want to get that book from Cleo's on twin flames.
Where's my stuffy?
What stuff?
My stuffy.
Well, we'll get into that later. Jack was up here.
It's cool. Like, there's a lot of like coincidences, like kind of thing, with like our lives. Like, I've had this stuffed animal for almost as long as you've been alive that I named Jack. And like here I meet a Jack and we're just like together and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like crazy, right?
Yeah.
We just a lot of little things like that just add up and you're just like, holy crap, how did we not meet sooner, you know?
Well, we really couldn't.
Well, we couldn't because like we weren't supposed to yet, but
I'm making a joke.
why?
I'm calling you old.
Today's my birthday.
Oh shoot!
I'm getting called old.
I shouldn't have called you old today. I'm sorry. You're really not that old.
The big 30. I'm old. My body's old. I'm like cracking and popping and.
So am I. Am I old?
Oh yes.
I'm an old soul.
Me too. I've always been called an old soul.
Happy birthday, Dylan.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, they've been like everyone here has been great. Like even the kids. Yeah, even the kids have been like presents and stuff for me today.
Oh, what I was gonna say about the twin journey is that like the fact that we found out after we were already together that Dylan also has DDNOS and that our parts also mirror each other in a weird way. And so it's not like we have like the same parts, like literal mirroring, but the experiences that different parts have mirror each other.
Well, I haven't had parts come out in like 11 years. When you found when you had found out you.
But the funny thing is that he found out in the same year that I did, except your treatment team was under the assumption you were having seizures.
Yeah, they thought I was just having seizures because I was blacking out so much. And I guess that's not what it was. So, but like, yeah, like,
that was interesting to confirm.
Yeah.
Hey, Ma, Dylan's doing this thing. Has this ever happened before?
This thing.
Yep.
This thing.
Well, I didn't know what it was at the time.
Oh yeah, Jack got freaked out.
I really did. Okay, I've got a history of being with narcissists. I was afraid you were just mirroring. It was weird. You never said anything. I didn't know.
I didn't know. How was I supposed to say something if I didn't know?
Oh my god.
It's just weird to watch myself on.
I see. I'm used to it. This is extremely interesting, you guys. You have some stories to tell, I'm sure. Oh yeah. We both have persecutor parts. And the funny thing is our persecutor parts really only get along with each other. Yeah. And they have a kind of like love-hate relationship. It's really weird. Because so mine's name is Bemmy and his is Wednesday. And Bemmy and Wednesday are an odd pair. They kind of are like
Bemmy named Wednesday.
Bemmy did name Wednesday. Bemmy still thinks Wednesday should be called Winona.
Well, I mean, so Wednesday's a female.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I was saying about how like our parts all have different genders, both of us. It's really interesting.
Like I can like I love my facial hair. It's one of my favorite features, right? But like when I can vaguely remember like different parts coming out and like them touching my face, like our face, whatever, and they're just like looking at their hand like it's hairy. Like why is there hair when I touch my face? Like it's crazy.
And there's definitely a part that I guess so part of Dylan's DDNOS is that none of his parts have names. Because they never had a reason to have names before. And one of them still I don't have the name for them, but I think I don't know. I don't have a name. It's a female part, one that was like, oh, you lost a lot of weight. Like this body's too small. So I would assume that was, and they definitely probably haven't been out since pre-T. So it's really interesting.
The one that was like Miss Honey?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Apparently that part liked Matilda a lot.
Which is another weird way that our lives mirror because I was also obsessed with Matilda.
I loved Matilda.
I never shared that with you. No.
And I've said things that like you've been like, I've never told you that. How do you know that?
Yeah. And it's really funny. Like, so twins have a level of telepathy. Twin flames do. And we
Probably twins too.
well, yeah, I know some like biological twins, and I know they do too. But and it's really interesting, like the shared experiences,
Yeah.
and because you're 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for having a 6 year gap, how our childhoods also marry each other is very, very interesting. Sometimes it's kind of freaky, but it's one of those things that confirms that us being together is, yeah, it's a spiritual experience, and we are twin flames. And it's way different from the false flames that I've been with before, where it was like think of like a forest fire compared to a candle, right? Or a fireplace. Like it feels warm and comforting when you're with your true twin flame, and when you're with somebody who is a karmic or a false flame, um it's like it burns you, everything that you do. It just
Chaotic.
it tears everything down. And like the twin journey can feel a little chaotic at times,
but it's like a bad chaos where
karmic is a bad chaos. And what we've experienced is a huge amount of interpersonal growth between the two of us, a huge amount of trauma work in a short period of time. I uncovered one of probably the most traumatic things that I've ever been through, and have been able to start processing that through one of my littles communicating with you, which was incredible, because this little, we didn't even know held any trauma until then.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because a lot of a lot of parts will hold trauma regardless of if you know it or not, because they are from traumatic experiences.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like people without DID or DDNOS and whatever, they don't have those.
That's your cue.
That's my cue.
That's your cue.
Screaming.
Well, I think Chevy ran downstairs.
The door's closed. He never closes his door.
He had it closed.
No, but he never closes when he comes out.
Okay, yeah, so he's still in there, but I heard something downstairs. Dylan is helping with the kiddos today because I am sick and there's not much that I can do. I have the world's worst migraine. Kaleidoscope, I'm really interested, if you're still here, what your opinions are on the origins of DID, because I know that there's two theories. And I know the most recent one is that you start split and your personality develops over time, and that with DID that development of your personality is hindered by dissociation. But I know the original one was that like there was a core personality that eventually split, and I'm interested to see. I don't remember what your viewpoint is on that. Oh, my hair is killing me, and I'm burning out a little bit, so I probably won't be here much longer. We've been on for almost an hour and a half, and at some point I need to take a nap. So it looks like I'm not playing Wizard 101 today, which was the other thing I wanted to do. Oh, and I got to do the chore list. And I got to interview deities. I highly recommend researching twin flames. It's very, very interesting. Okay, yeah, no problem. I understand why you wouldn't want to put that public, but that's something that I have been looking at. It's been an hour already. Yeah, I know, right? I know, and it's yeah. I think we weeded out most of the people that didn't want to be here. So when we started talking about DID, I think the other two Muslims that were here kind of got confused. Or like, I'm gonna leave. So, but yeah, my sibling Jinx also is a twin, but is not with their twin flame. And their twin flame is being kind of a douchebag, or at least who they think their twin flame is right now. They're not ready for union. No, you don't have to apologize. No, don't apologize. I'm so happy that you're here and talking with me, and I miss you guys so much. Um, I just, for me to be on a forum, I don't keep up with it anymore. So I'm just happy that I have a place where we can still communicate. Okay, so pardon me screwing with my ears. I jumped from 2 to 0, and they're really hurt. I did that last night, and they're still really sore. So Okay, well, I think I'm gonna head out because my headache's getting pretty bad and I need to check my temperature. I love you guys. This live stream should be accessible once it's done. So should all of the comments on here. So if there's anything that you need to take a peek at, you should be able to access it within 15 to 20 minutes of me ending the stream. So, I mean, take a few minutes now if you need to gather anything from the comments. Also, hematite is really good for reflecting negative energies. I have ghosties in my house, so I I don't know if anybody I'm glad you're well. Yes, physically not so great. Mentally, I am doing way better. I don't know if anybody paid attention to the timeline jump when they threw back on the LHC. Um, Oh, thank you so much for staying up. I know that means so much to me, and I'm so happy to have talked to you. You can talk to me personally on some other platform. We can have a nice and deep talk about Islam and everything if you want. Yeah, feel free to follow me on TikTok, and I'm just gonna throw it back here. If you follow me on TikTok, you can comment and say, "Hey, I'm Yvonne from YouTube." I'll follow you back, and we can direct message. I have no problems with that. I just figured you weren't watching anymore, honestly, because you stopped commenting. um, yes, so I need to go take some medication. I'm pretty sure I'm running a fever again. And I love you all, and I am so happy to have had everyone here. And I don't know if I'll be live on here soon, but you'll definitely be able to keep up with me on TikTok and Kaleidoscope. I'll keep up with you via email. Thank you so much. Leave any questions in the comments. Keep in mind that my comments when they are not on live are all held for review. So I have to actually log in to YouTube to approve comments. So you can leave your comment. I will see it and approve it when I get on and reply to it when I have the chance if I feel like I need to apply to it. Oh my goodness. It's 98 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. But that's mid-July. All right, bye guys. Thank you so much. And